All right, next up we have the sisters of the bride, Angela and Andrea.
Over here. Be like, look who's up, buddy. Uh-oh. Yeah.
It's a dance. It's a full ensemble.
Hi everybody, I'm Andrea. I'm Sarah's younger sister.
Don't read.
And I just want to start off by saying that a couple weeks ago, or a month ago or something, Sarah and I were driving and she looked at me and said, last night I started thinking about what you're going to say for the speech and I got emotional and I was like, okay. Because like you're going to have to tell me what you thought about if you want to cry because it's probably not going to happen. She didn't tell me anything, so I guess if she cries it'll probably be because she's disappointed. So, wish me luck. And I'm Angela. I'm Sarah's older sister by 3 years, and I would say I'm the least sensitive, emotional of the three sisters. So Sarah didn't tell me that she thought about what I was going to say and started to cry, which I took as a good thing because the expectations on me weren't as high as they are on Andrea. Sarah and I's relationship growing up was what you would probably think of as a typical relationship between an older sister and her younger sister. Somehow we were the best of friends, despite the fact that if we played house, I was the mom. If we played school, I was the teacher. If I had to eat the 3 green beans on my plate before I could get up from the dinner table, there was a lot of bartering involved, and needless to say, I usually wasn't the one who ate those 3 green beans and the rest of me to get from the table. So you get the idea. But I think all those events that Sarah and I went through growing up are what helped shape her into the pretty laid back most of the time and pretty independent most of the time person that she is today. Okay, so when Alex and Angela got married, I was really nervous for Sarah because it's a lot of pressure. Alex and I are pretty close after living together, and we've just known him for such a long time that I was kind of worried about who she was going to find and who she was going to marry. And she gave us a couple reasons to be worried, I'm going to be honest. But after getting to know Clint, I think she did a great job of finding somebody. I love Clint, and we get along great, and I'm so excited to welcome him to the family. And honestly, they're both cooler than my sisters, so I think I lucked out. And one thing we have in common is we all like going to movies a lot, which who doesn't like going to movies? My 2 sisters don't like going to movies. And I can say that Alex and I have been on more dates than Alex and Angela have, ever probably. So Clint has that to look forward to if that's real. The first time our family really got to know Clint was in early 2012. It just so happened to be the time that our family was planning a vacation. It was going to be the first vacation with us as adults with our mom, and we were planning to go to Cabo San Lucas and rent a house together. Well, shortly after we started planning the trip, Sarah informed us, which I think we all kind of saw this coming, but she informed us that she would like her new boyfriend to go on the trip with us. I think Alex was probably the most supportive of the idea because he quickly calculated how much better of a deal it would be per person to rent the house and to pay for all the taxi rides that we would have to pay for throughout the trip. But the sisters and our mom were maybe not quite as supportive as Alex was. We're pretty close, and so we were a little bit skeptical that the new guy would kind of change the dynamic of the trip, but we didn't really know how to tell her. So we had all talked about it with them not around, obviously. And one night I got kind of drunk and I called Sarah and I was like, we don't want to go. We're not so sure about this. We don't know him. We're all so close. Like, who is this guy? Like, who's the bald guy? Is that your bodyguard obviously worked out for the best. We're back in Mexico and they're married. And we're all really excited that it all worked out. We're so glad you came to Mexico. Twice. Sarah and Clint, Andrea and I could not be happier that the two of you found each other. I think Alex is probably equally happy. The fact that Sarah now has a new house and a husband to share it with means that the chances that he'll have to move you again are pretty slim, and the chances that you'll be moving back into our house again are also very, very slim now. So he's very excited about that. No, not yet. Andrea and I discussed, and we think that the way that we, or how we know that Clint was the one was when Sarah started referring to Izzy, Clint's dog, as our dog instead of Clint's dog. I never thought I would see the day. For those of you that don't know Sarah, she's not really a dog lover or really an animal lover at all. Clint, we know that you'll take great care of Sarah. She might need constant reminders to shut off her hair straightener, and every once in a while she might need reminders to take a deep breath. But she's a wonderful sister, a wonderful daughter, and a wonderful friend to everyone here and all of the friends back at home that couldn't make it. And we know that she'll be a wonderful wife as well. Last but not least, I just want to thank everybody for coming here to celebrate with Clint and Sarah today. I know it was a big commitment to be able to come to Mexico and spend the time here, and they appreciate it very much. So if everyone would please grab a glass. I would like to make a toast to all of Sarah and Clint's friends and family that are here in Mexico tonight, and a toast to Clint and Sarah for many years of health, happiness, golf outings, fun times with family and friends, and hopefully more trips to Mexico. Cheers! Cheers.
I set my glass down just in case I need to reach for notes. I'm hoping I don't have to. First of all, kind of a, I don't know if it's a disclaimer, advice, or your last chance. They're taking bets up the road at the casino whether I'll hold up through this or not. I would bet against it. But just keep in mind, if I do hold up, I'm going to be very rich. Okay? All right, just keep that in mind. Anyway, as Angela just said, thank you all for coming. Family, friends, it's such a commitment, not only of your irreplaceable commodity of time, but of your somewhat replaceable credit cards, I guess, or whatever it is. It's greatly appreciated. It speaks volumes for Clint and Sarah. It speaks volumes for yourselves. And again, thank you for a great gathering. This is my second go around at this. And last time I was really unprepared, to say the least. And so this time I decided I was going to maybe be a little more prepared, do a little research, if you will, try to understand the symbolism of the altar and whatever all, and the whole ceremony. So what I did was, like everybody else does in this day and age, they go online. And we do a little research, and the same theme kept coming up, kind of a trinity, if you will, of things. The aisle, the altar, and the music. Hey, what does that mean? Well, simply put, the aisle represents, possibly literally, the longest walk you'll ever take. And as much as that might sound funny, I think it's deeper than that. It is a long walk. It is a long journey. It signifies the years ahead. Okay, well, that's cool. And then we have the altar, where two are joined as one before God and man. And that's pretty cool. Okay, I can understand that.